So welcome back to another video on the channel. In this video, I'm going to be covering a topic that I haven't actually touched on that much across my channel, and that is, should you offer free trials for your e-commerce social media marketing clients? Well, in this video, as I say, I'm going to be answering that question specifically, and I'm going to be giving you a variety of reasons to back up why I think what I think. Before we jump into the video, make sure you go ahead, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Massively helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And with that being said, let's dive straight into it. Well, the very concise, straight to the point answer is no. But as I say, I want to explain why I think you shouldn't and why I think you don't need to as well. A lot of the time people think, in order to get their first client, they've got no previous experience, so they need to offer free trial in order to get a client in the door, at which point they can leverage the results that they generate for that client to get more paying clients. And really, at the most granular level, it's a very logical decision. It's a very logical kind of train of thought. However, you don't need to do it. And really, if you do offer free trials and you get a client on board on a free trial, it's all well and good, but it's really not hurting anybody but yourself. You're the only one that's going to get hurt from it, because you are doing work for free when you could have been doing that same amount of work, that same type of work, but getting paid $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for doing the same amount of work. So let's discuss how you can sign on an e-commerce client without having any previous experience. First things first, and this is something that I massively recommend that everybody should do. If you've got no previous case studies of your own to leverage, you want to bring on a team member. Bring on a media buyer who specializes in the e-commerce niche. There is a myriad of them out there, and you can bring them on board, and then because they now work for you, they work for your agency, whatever results they've gotten in the past, they now become your results, because that person got those results. So, that person got those results, and that person now works for you. So his results become your results. And really, at that point, it's like you've had, 2, 3, 4, 5 years of experience, because that team member actually does, because they're an expert in delivering results for your agency. And if you're wondering how to get a team member on board, go back through my channel. I've got a whole heap of videos on this channel discussing how to find a team member, how to vet the team member, etc., etc. So as I say, that's the first way to do it. Now, also on top of that, what you want to do, whether you've got a team member on board or not, you want to be confident. Now, I know this probably doesn't feel as though it's that much of a practical tip for you, but trust me, it's so important. If you're on a sales call and just so much confidence is oozing out of you, the client's gonna feel that on their end, and they're gonna feel like you've had 2, 3, 4, 5 years of experience anyway, because you're so confident. You're so, everything you're saying is just oozing with confidence. And it's at that point really that you don't even need to leverage any previous case studies. I've had it in the past. Some clients is an exception, but I have had it in the past where I signed up a client, they've never seen any previous work I've done, even though I've got that work to back up. If they did ask, I could have shown them some of the previous results, but they didn't. That's the thing I'm getting at. They didn't even ask, because I was just so confident. So even if you don't have any experience, just put on a facade. I've talked about this in a few of my previous videos as well. Just put on a facade, just show them that you're confident. And really, it's at that point that you for the most part, you won't even need to show results, because they can just see your confidence that you have, and they're just gonna be wanting to work with you so much. Now, in conjunction with being confident, if you can also show the client on their end that you are also competent, it's also gonna have a very positive cascading effect across their end. And what I mean by this is, if you understand the basics of Facebook ads for e-commerce brands, the client's actually gonna see you as an expert. Let's say, for example, the client has built their business off the back of influencer marketing, for example. If they don't know anything about Facebook ads, and at which point you come in, you reach out to them, you get on the sales call with them, and you have some sort of competence around how to run Facebook ads for e-com brands, then you are gonna come off to them as such an expert, because you're, quote unquote, teaching them how to do something. Whenever somebody teaches somebody else how to do something, they are seen as an expert in their field. So this is another really important, really important aspect to obtain, is competence. Because as I say, at which point, if you have no experience, but you're seen as an expert, in your respective field, then really experience doesn't even come into play. It really doesn't matter what your experience is. If you're seen as an expert, then that is all you need in order to sign them on board. Now, the last and final way that I would go about signing on an e-commerce client with no previous experience, with no previous case studies, without doing a free trial, is by simply charging your minimum retainer. So, instead of doing a free trial, what you want to do really is just figure out what your minimum retainer is. For those of you with team members on board, for those of you with a media buyer on board, your minimum retainer is whatever they're charging you, whatever your media buyer is charging you, plus 100%, double what they're charging you, and that serves as your minimum retainer. So charge that minimum retainer for your first e-com client, then use the results that you get for that e-com client to leverage to get more clients, at which point you've already got that experience. So from that point onwards, you're going to be fine. However, if there's one thing that you take away from this video, I implore that it be for you to get a team member on board ASAP, given that you aren't too confident in delivering results. If you're kind of new to this space, you don't really know how to deliver results for e-com brands, then just please bring a media buyer on board ASAP. Because as I say, that's gonna help you get clients because you're gonna be able to leverage their results. And that's just gonna make it very easy for you to sign on clients because you can literally show them, look, this is what we got one of our previous clients, make sure it's our previous clients, and show them results. It's gonna show that client that you've got experience, that you can get results consistently for e-com brands, and it's gonna entice them to sign on board with you. Not only that, it's also, if they do end up signing on board with you, you will have an expert running the ads for you. Whereas if you didn't have them running the ads for you, then you would have to go through the testing phase for yourself. You would have to learn how to do it. You would have to test out different things, see what works best, see what doesn't. And you're gonna be wasting your client's money and it's not gonna look good on the client's end, which could result in that specific client leaving you. And also it's gonna result in you having no good tangible results to leverage to get even more clients. So really guys, if there's one thing that you take away from this video, is to get a team member on board ASAP. I know I talk about this concept quite a lot throughout my videos, and it's definitely something that I really push inside of the Quantum Leap Ecom Agency program because it's so important. We're not building a business that's just gonna make us a quick buck. We're building a business that's gonna last us for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line. So in order to do that, you need to build a team of amazing people that can consistently deliver amazing, unmatched results for your clients. Start as you mean to go on. And what I mean by that is start by bringing on a team member straight off the bat, because that's how you mean to go on. You mean to go on by building a ridiculously powerful team around your agency. So I know, a bit of a rant at the end, but it's just something that I got burnt by when I was starting to build out my agency. I thought I could do everything. I was very naive in thinking that I could wear all the hats in my agency. And I actually started to lose a lot of money because I was too naive and I thought that I could, as I say, I could do everything in my agency, at which point I realized I couldn't. And as I say, I started to lose a lot of money, and I don't want you guys to go through that same experience. So as I say, get a team member on board. You will never have to offer free trials because you will be seen as an expert. You already have so much experience built out. As I say, you'll be able to get your first e-commerce client signed on board on a very healthy retainer, and you'll be able to start your journey as you mean to go on. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.